And half the work's already done for you. We're just gonna continue on with this opening. That's really it. So, be careful as you do it. We're gonna come in here, make ourselves a little room, then come up towards the arms. Kind of use your separating technique to make sure you've got room to go, so you don't cut into things by mistake, and that can easily happen. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Here we can see again another example of how the visceral and parietal peritoneum are really the same membrane, just difference of location. And then we're going to continue this down towards the cloaca, but not all the way to the cloaca. Now you got to be really careful here because it's easy to lose organs. So put your scissors in and open up a little bit first. And instead of making a big snip, just do a little snip. Expand, a little snip, and you should be able to see some of these organs. We're actually going to come right up to the pubic cartilage here. And then we'll just do a couple of transverse incisions, just like you did with your little rat. Probably easiest if you do it right below the coracoid. Now there's going to be a definite difference in gender between these animals. When you've got a female like this one that's rich in eggs, it's going to be hard to see things. It's going to be a bit in your way. Males are much easier to see some of the internal structures on, but every once in a while you'll have a female that had already released her eggs, and all she has are little immature eggs, and then you can see things in there pretty easily as well. Now later on, we will trace the blood vessels along the thigh and the arm, just like you do with your rat, but just so you know that as we get into it. So as we open this up now, here's a blood vessel that unfortunately you're going to lose. This blood vessel is the ventral abdominal. And of course, when you're opening up the body wall, there's really no way to save that. We can see it here, and that's it. You're just going to break apart these little peritoneal folds a bit. But really, once we're in there, we're pretty much done. And there's, for example, the liver. Here you can see your blood vessels starting to show. There's your pancreas, obviously ovary, duodenum. Till we get right at the end where it becomes the ileum leading into the rectum, which in this case is pretty easy to see the difference. Move things over. Unfortunately, if you've got an animal like this that's got a lot of eggs that are about ready to be released, you're going to lose a couple. Try not to lose too many, but you will lose a couple along the way. That's just unfortunate. In fact, I don't know how well you can see it, but if you look at this guy here, this young lady, you can see mature eggs and a little immature egg there and a whole bunch there. See the difference in size of them quite a bit. With external fertilization, obviously, volume is what they go for. So here's our liver, nice and big. Come all the way down near the end of the liver, and you'll see what looks like a little deflated balloon, and that's the gallbladder. And then here, not only do we have ovaries, see these squiggly white things right along here? Those are the oviducts. Now, unlike the male, the oviduct is separate from the mesonephric duct, which is the duct that carries urine from the mesonephric kidney to the external environment. In males, the mesonephric duct does both. So later on, and you probably will see with this young lady because she's just full of eggs. She was ready for spring break. But later on, you'll find the kidneys back here, and again, if we break this up, we can begin to see some things. That means we lose the ventral abdominal vein, but I already told you that's kind of essential to see everything else. As we come back along here, you can see your mesonephric, your oviduct right there, and then as you work your way along, we should be able to find the kidney. But again, you've got so many eggs in this young lady that they're just almost impossible to find. As we come up close to the front here, we can see a few other organs, like obviously here's the stomach that was on your quiz today. There's the spleen. And then here's our oviduct going all the way up. And we should be able to find right along there a little thin organ that's going to look like a deflated balloon. There she is. I can't be able to reach it. I'm sorry.
You can look upside down. Because I can't move the camera.
I can't. I mean, I've got to be able to reach the animal too.
I know, but it's just the leaning over.
This little brown thing here is the lung. It'll be a right and left lung. And you'll want to see that, and of course you can see the pulmonary vein in pink in this case, and the artery will be in blue because everything's reversed. We'll talk more about that when we get to the circulatory system. But it's just going to open this up, and really, once you've got the animal open, you're almost done with the dissection, until we get up to show the heart later and tracing out along the arms. So that's it, really.